tell me we're live. Alright, it looks like we're live. I don't see any video though. Wait, okay, wait. Are we live? Okay, we're live and we have sound and everything. Cool! Welcome back to Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. I'm Gita, aka the Chu-Chu. Just took a quick break and now we're gonna go finish up Shane's route, and I'm very excited. So we're gonna try and ask Shane out on a date. We'll see how that works. Oh man, it's so hard because he's been burned by a main character before. Oh man, this story's so good. Do I really want to even look? I've got 35 tournament points, guys. I've never seen our tournament points go up that high. That's really weird. That's really weird. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that everybody else can see. Just make sure that everybody sees. Alright, here we go. I spent hours packing and repacking the picnic bag, making sure I didn't forget anything and that it was as pretty as it could be. Everything that she does is going to be perfect, except it's gonna fucking pour. Like, the weather's gonna be terrible. I'm calling it now. Sweet! Yay, we're all good! Woohoo! Now that everything was all set up, it was time to ask Shane. But since that was all I needed to do, I found myself putting it off. It could wait until tomorrow's lunch, after all. I stretched and stood. It was a little early, but I could probably go to bed. Ooh, my phone started vibrating and I snatched it up. Having difficulty with page 112. Help me. I blinked at my phone. Shane? Asking for help? I started to type back, but was interrupted by another text. Please? Oh, Shane! The world does hate main characters. Oh, I like the purple color, Shelties. Grinning, I sent my response. See you in class in 20. I hopped off my bunk, throwing my books back into my bag. My groan. How are you always so energetic? Hey, she was the morning person in the beginning of the game. Are you seriously asking me that question? Oh, are you going to ask Shane now? Asking Shane? Now would be a perfect time. But suddenly the prospect terrified me. Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, Hana! I wish you the very best! Jumping off her bed, I ran to her desk and flung open a drawer. Is she gonna pull out more fucking petals? After digging around in it for a while, she turned back to me. Hiya! Small sprinkles of pink fluttered through my vision. Yep! She had those petals ready to throw on her! Cherry blossoms again! It worked last time, right? Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah! You'll do wonderfully. Get out there and kick his ass! Metaphorically, with love. Will do. Thanks, Mai. With a trembling smile, I headed for the classroom. It was starting to get late. Shane and I wouldn't be able to study together for long, but at least meeting up this late would ensure we were alone together in the classroom. Alone together in the classroom. Alone. Together. Snap out of it, Hana! You have bigger things to worry about. When I got to the classroom, Shane was already seated inside, facing his hands. You're here!
Hey.
Yes. Thank you for helping me. No problem. I pulled out a chair opposite Shane and grabbed my math textbook, sharing the space on his desk. So, page 112? What? Didn't you need help with the problem on page 112?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, I definitely needed your help. Yes. Shane, you just wanted to see Hana. Shane, you're getting adorable, dude.
Yes.
I love that. Wait, I'm gonna hear it again. Guys, wait. Let's hear it again.
Yes.
That was so cute. Okay. Was it just me or was Shane acting weird? Shane's notebook was already open on his desk, so I pulled it towards me and examined his work. That's weird. What? I mean, All of your work is right, but for some reason your answers are wrong. Shane snatched his notebook out of my hand, shoving it into his bag. Forget about that. That's not important. But, didn't you need help? No, I'm fine now. Shane, just admit you wanted to see her. An awkward tension built between us. Outside, the sun finally set and night seeped into the loud emptiness of the room. I had to ask him at some point, didn't I? Maybe now would be a good time. But it was so awkward. I cleared my throat, taking a deep, deep breath. Shane?
Hey.
Do you want to hang out sometime? Shane asked Hana out! Well then!
What?
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 What? Were you going to say something? Forget about it. What were you going to say? I was wondering if you wanted to go on a picnic with me. A picnic?
Yeah.
Yeah, a picnic at the park. I have everything ready. Impressive. Did you make the food already too? I was just going to buy it this time. Don't worry. I'm not going to make I'm going to make the food. Shane! Oh, Shane's gonna cook for us, you guys. Oh, you?
Yes.
I love that. Yes, it's so cute. Oh, wait, now? Yeah, care to join me? If we store it well, it'll be good tomorrow. Are we going tomorrow? It doesn't have to be so soon. I planned to do it that weekend, but now that it was actually happening, I found myself wanting to put on the brakes. I don't want to psych myself out. Oh, that's a good point. Let's do tomorrow. Off to school? Then to the kitchens we go. Right now? Yes, right now. Let's go. Okay. Oh my god, guys, it's cooking with Shane time! I'm very excited! As we stepped out into the night's velvet darkness, Shane finally seemed to realize the time. Oh, maybe we shouldn't do it today. Tomorrow morning? And then we could go on the picnic the day after the tournament? Perfect.
Yay!
Perfect! Why don't I walk you to your dorm then? You're a perfect gentleman. As we shuffled across the sidewalk, wading through the slightly humid air, Shane suddenly grew quiet. Is something on your mind?
Well,
Can I bring my sketchbook to the picnic? Oh, right. I agreed to be Shane's model, didn't I? But surely he meant to draw the landscapes. The park's a really pretty place to draw. I mean to draw you. There went that idea. I've been afraid to ask for a while. Well, why's that? Shane shrugged, one hand in his pocket. I thought you'd be uncomfortable. Come back soon, Pat. If you're not into it, I don't want to. I mean, it helps me too, in a way.
what?
Helps you. I'm really shy, Shane. I wasn't always this shy. I mean, I've always been shy, but after last year it just got out of control. Especially when I first came here. It was weird to think about how hesitant and afraid I was in the beginning of the school year. I was desperate to fit in and belong, paranoid about my hair, absolutely sure that one wrong move would make everyone hate me. Especially Shane, since he had a problem with me from the start. But look where we were now. I remember. Pushing myself like this helps me become less shy. It reminds me of what I was like when I was younger. I didn't realize you liked it. I wouldn't say I like it. Oh. But there are worse things in this world than being stared at for hours on end by you. Yeah, well... But at the picnic, would it be too weird to bring my sketchbook? It doesn't seem like it's exactly fun to you. Oh! So... we could turn him down and say don't bring it, or we could say of course you could bring it, or we could try to make it an exchange and be like only if you bring your old comics. But see, okay, so here's the thing though. The old comics are kind of weird because they're inspired by his ex-girlfriend, and that's really not something you want to be thinking about during a date. I'm going to say of course you could bring it, just because I think the idea of bringing the old comics is probably bad. Yes, the correct answer is of course you can bring it, and it looks like this is the last decision. So hopefully we've done this right, and we're gonna get his best end. This walkthrough that I'm using has worked perfectly so far, so I'm hoping it will continue to guide us correctly. Because there have been some moments that made me feel like I was on a bad path, but it's very hard to tell because Shane's route is so tough. I'm gonna say of course you can bring it. I agreed to be your model a while ago. I'm not gonna back down now.
Yeah.
Great! I've been practicing. I want to see if I can improve what I've done of you. I'd like to see too. I want to start up my comic again. This is good practice. We reached the entrance to Primrose House, Shane kicking the ground aimlessly. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then, I guess. Thank you for walking me home, Shane. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. Me too, I guess. Anyway, I'll come cook with you tomorrow morning. Sound good? Yeah.
Bye.
Great. Bye. He turned on his heel and stalked back the way he came, heading for Bluebell House. I giggled as I watched him go. It seemed I wasn't the only shy one. Yeah, she has been saying that she knows what Shane is going through in his head because she's done Shane stuff, you know, like, she's just a shy. Let's see. Food for two. Oh my god, guys, this is so adorable and I'm so excited. I wonder what shenanigans are going to happen while we cook. DS changed her name to Purple from the green. That is why it is changed. I woke early the next morning and immediately got myself ready. Knowing Shane was such an early riser, I figured he would be right on time to pick me up. And I was right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shane.
Hello.
Morning. You look exhausted. Did you sleep well at all? I wanted to take care of the plants before we started cooking.
What?
Seriously? What time did you wake up? 4. Oh my god. My dad wakes up at 4:30 to go to work every day. That's fucking brutal, man. Shane! It's fine. Ready to bake?
Yeah.
Of course I am. I shut the door and together we headed down to the kitchens, debating what on earth we should make for the picnic. We can't make only cookies. We need something of sustenance. I'm not sure what we can really bake that would give us sustenance. Cake? We entered the kitchen, which was completely empty as expected. Shane and I put on aprons, not about to get gunk in our incredibly expensive uniforms. How about tea sandwiches? How British of you! But that doesn't sound too bad. I'd want to do something to make it special, though. Something like baking our own bread. Oh, at the same time, they both said it! Immediately, Shane folded his arms, eyeing me warily. Have you made bread before?
Well,
No, but that's what the cookbook is for, right? Bread's a difficult thing to make, Hana, when you've never done it before. Shane is adorable. Like, look at this. Like, Hana, just smooch his face, please, and get it over with. How could you not? I love it. Maybe. All we need for rye bread is dry yeast, sugar, melted butter, 2 eggs, yeast, warm milk, salt, fly, flour, bleach flour, vegetable oil, and caraway seeds. As I read the list off, Shane pulled together the appropriate items, all but the last ingredient, which had us both puzzled. You don't happen to know where these are, do you, Shane? I pointed at the words in the book. Shane stroked his chin. Caraway seeds? Hang on. Shane dove into a tall cupboard, pushing aside whatever sat in his way. Bags of chocolate chips and nuts were pressed up against each other like sagging pillows. Flours and oils were shifted side to side, nearly poking out from their containers. Puffs of powder bloomed out of the cupboard and painted the counter. No, the entire area around Shane talcum white. I closed my eyes as the cloud of flour hit me, dusting the words of the open cookbook, filling the air with its nothing smell. Shane peeped from the pantry cupboard and then looked at my powdered face, presenting a tiny plastic shaker. Ta-da! Caraway seeds. They're smaller than I thought. All that for this little thing? With the side of my hand, I swept up the flour resting on the cookbook pages and flung it at Shane's forehead. The blast of white sweat struck him in the face. He cringed, recoiled, shook around over the hint of a sneeze coming on. Quit overreacting, you turd! Look at the mess you made! Shane turned, surveying the hand and footprints he left in the flour. Whoops. It was such a dull response, but the solemnity in his voice made me think he was truly a sorry puppy. We worked together. Shane piled in the ingredients while I read him the instructions. We mixed the eggs, yeast, and flour. I love that Shane is all just like, let's cook! It's adorable! I love it! Oh, I missed that line. Eventually, the final product was placed into the oven. I blew it a kiss before shutting the door. I suppose we should work on getting your mess cleaned up. He clapped his hands together, once again masking the air in white smoke screen. I don't see why we should rush. I doubt a single loaf of bread will suffice, so what else are we going to make? Well, we can make some more bread, or... Sorry. I tried to keep myself from laughing, but it was impossible. I kept eyeing the flour makeup I plastered over his face. Nice to see you put your face on for this. Why don't we bring something sweet, too? It didn't take long for us to decide on thumbprint cookies, a classic. Thumbprint cookies are awesome. Puppies for all the normal boots. Oh my god. No, Jacques is enough of a pet, I think. Not that Jacques would ever want to be called a pet. You're still the same color as Pet. We whipped up the ingredients we needed to make the cookies super quickly. Flour, baking powder, eggs, nothing out of the ordinary. A few minutes passed as we mixed the cookie batter, then the smell of rye blood tickling our noses. It tickled our noses a lot, actually. Too much. We both knelt down to look into the oven window in an attempt to see how our bread was doing. Shane inched closer, his nose pressed up against the glass. I think it's done, isn't it? The timer hasn't gone off. It could be broken, or maybe this oven is hotter than anticipated. We should let it bake before too long. I stood and Shane looked up at me, waiting for my command. I threw on an oven mitt and grabbed a pot holder. Shane jumped at my decision, snagged a pair of pot holders for himself, and gave me a reassuring nod. As I opened the door, the smell of heat and cooked caraway seeds belched out into the kitchen. We both took a huge breath, beaming at each other. Then I reached in for the pan. But as I gripped it, I underestimated its length. I lifted the stovetop, my wrists tilted toward the pan. I hardly had time to react before Shane took the pan from my grip, rescuing me from a more serious burn. Ouch! Thanks. I bit my lip, trying not to betray the searing pain. How does it look? Shane set the pan on the rack furthest from me, glancing at it without even really seeing it. Kind of flat, but it's probably fine. How's your hand? Shane gingerly removed my oven mitt and examined my hand. I wiggled my fingers and smiled at him. It stings a little bit, but I'm more upset because it looks like you caught me. Red-handed! Wow, Hana! Yeah, Hana with the puns! Pun Master Hana! I love it! I saw Ispep. That's awesome that your friend got into the school thing. Shane closed his eyes. My grin grew even wider. Despite his best efforts, a restrained chuckle smuggled its way out of him. You know... He grabbed my hand and wagged it in the direction of the oven. I can throw this thing back in there if you really want.
No!
No! That would be necessary! I'm sorry! I rinsed my hand under the cold water as Shane examined the bread in the oven. To be honest, how does it look? Shane glanced from the pan to the cookbook and back, repeatedly. It looks... flat. Really, really flat. Hana... I dried my hands and went to his side. What went wrong? Cover and set aside in a warm, draftless area. Let it rise up for 1 full hour. Shane walked over to some of the unused flour, popped his hand into it, and walked back over to me and... smacked me on the forehead! We could still eat it. We'll just have really thin sandwich pieces. A smile slid over his face. I couldn't help but smile back. Shane! Oh, that's my phone. Hold on. Shane is being all playful and adorable and shit? What is going on? What? I am absolutely loving this. That's great. Come on, let's get those cookies laid out. With some cooperation, we emptied the glass bowl onto a wax-lined tray. We rolled the dough into balls, arranging them neatly on a sheet pan. When all the cookies were laid out, we took turns pressing our thumbs into the squishy balls to make wells for the jam. Mine are so much smaller. Using a spoon, we then filled the imprints with strawberry jam. That should be good for the cookies. Can you work on getting the spot cleaned up? I made sure to adjust the temperature as needed and double-checked that there was nothing notably wrong with the oven. As I brought the cookie sheet to the stove, Shane started licking the wooden spoon clean of raw cookie dough. Not quite what I asked for, but good enough. Shane is amazing. I really thought that I was gonna get like frustrated and be yelling at him the entire time during this whole thing, but he's lovely. He's fantastic. As I watched, he scooped the remainder of the dough out of the bowl and plopped it into his mouth. I watched him eat about 5 cookies worth of dough. It was time to act. Stop eating the dough, you pizza! I love her insults! What did you just call me? He's like an entire raw cookie directly from the baking sheet into his mouth. Whoa! Shade! It's a term we use here to address people like you. You're a pizza. A pizza shit! Hana! Oh my goodness! Hana! Wow! For one thing, I love that pun because I've made that pun myself. During a game of I don't know if any of you guys that are watching this or any of you guys in the chat play Quiplash, but it's this game from on Jackbox where you get a question and 2 people secretly answer, and then everybody votes on which answer they like the best. And I got the question, why is the Tower of Pisa leaning? And I put in, because it's a piece of shit. And I got every single vote because my friends saw it and just lost their minds because it was just a terrible pun. I bopped his cheek with a wooden spoon still covered in dough, and it splattered onto his face. Now let's get these things in the oven. We popped the cookie tray into the oven. As our last project baked, we finally cleaned the kitchen. We scrubbed dishes, bowls, silverware, wooden spoons, and everything in between. It stunk that we weren't able to watch the cookies form, but Shane and I were reminded of what our labor was for all the time we passed in front of I'm stumbling over things again. It's becoming a sticky situation. I like it, Shelfies. I guess we'll see what, rises up out of this situation. Yes! It stunk that we weren't able to watch the cookies form, but Shane and I were reminded of what our label was all for every time we passed in front of the oven. By the time the last dish was clean and squared away, the alarm dinged. I rushed over, putting my mitten pot holder back on, and pulled out the cookies. They were perfect. Oh no. Guys, if they're perfect, that means something is about to go terrible! Oh no! I don't trust anything in this room anymore, you guys! They were perfect. Perfectly shaped, risen, and colored cookies filled the kitchen with their delectable scents. The smell was so good, in fact, that Shane and I couldn't stop ourselves from eating a huge chunk of them. Gooey, warm, and crisp. To force ourselves to stop eating them, we decided to pile them together onto one large platter. There's a bunch of plasticware on the other side of the kitchen, I think. Let me go have a look. Don't worry, I'll take them over. I lifted the tray in my mitted hands. Hana, oh, here we go! Guys, what did I tell you? Bad things! Bad things! I stepped forward onto a patch of water that had splashed out of the sink. My foot slid, my eyes widened. Oh my god, you guys! Oh god! This is such a disaster, we got a CG about it! Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! Guys, I get so nervous anytime something bad happens in this route because I get so worried. Oh, okay. The cookies flew into the air in slow motion. One rose just in front of me, rotating in the air, the glittering like a garnet. So close. Okay. Alright, they didn't fall. I closed my eyes tight, ready to succumb to my untimely death, but instead, the hard floor, I hit something softer, something warmer. Shane caught me! I immediately separated from him and glanced at the floor. The cookies were spread across the room, most having landed on their jam-filled tops. They were unsalvageable. Oh no! Shelfies, they're in quite a jam! That's true! I love it! I love the puns! Keep them coming! Tears pricked my eyes, but I clenched my fists and held them back. This wasn't the time, not when we were having so much fun. A small sniffle escaped from me, and something gently pressed against the top of my head. It was a quick pat, nothing else, but it eased my heart. It's okay, we've got some sandwiches to make. I took a deep breath and straightened out my skirt, trying to stay positive. Had a tournament to get ready for. It's tomorrow. Nervous? Only a little. I figured. We've still got class this morning. Let's make those sandwiches and head out. Oh, right! Let's get to it. Wow, Shane wasn't even upset or anything. Well, at least they got to eat some of the nice, fresh, warm cookies before they became a disaster. Let's see. The tournament! Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're towards the end. I don't know if I'm ready for the end, but we're gonna go for it, guys. I really hope. Oh my god. Oh my god, the date. I'm still thinking that the date's gonna get rained out. It's gonna be a disaster. We'll see. We'll see, but oh god, guys. I woke up the next day, butterflies flying through my stomach. I've also heard that something happens during the tournament that is an indication as to whether you did Shane's route right or not. I don't know what that would be. I don't know. I'm nervous. I hope that we did it right, you guys. I don't know. Alright, let's do it. The tournament. How would things go? I had months of time to prepare, but in the end I didn't spend much time practicing, especially not compared to Ian. This is all stuff that we've seen before, mostly, but the skip option is not available for these. So we're going to have to go through them. It sure was a hot mess. Would I really be able to beat him? I had to if I wanted to join the normal Boots Club. But at least I had the picnic with Shane to look forward to, so long as I didn't mess this up. With these thoughts in my mind, I changed into my Asagao uniform and crept out of the room. It was early on a Saturday morning, and after our late night, I wanted to let my sleep. I stepped out into the fresh spring air, taking a deep breath. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's do it! My event was one of the first ones to go, so I had to be there earlier than most. Plus, it took a little time to get to Higanbana. I set my shoulders and started across campus. The arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I expected. I felt like I'd find some kind of convention, but instead it was a small local arcade filled with machines. Smaller rooms split off, which was probably where the individual competitions would take place throughout the day. A few people milled about the space, generally older folk in their 20s and 30s. I hate that line, okay? I'm in my 30s and I'm not old! I'm not an older person, alright? I mean, older than Hana, but still. I glanced at the agenda in my hand and made my way to one of the back rooms. When I entered the competition room, I found 2 chairs on an elevated platform, a computer, and a projector sitting between them and hooked up to separate controllers. Ian sat in one of the chairs looking bored out of his mind. Hey, Ian! I can't wait to do the hidden block route, you guys!
Good morning.
Ian!
Hey.
It's about time you showed up. I was starting to get worried you died. Aw, it's sweet of you to be concerned. Is it? Yeah. Comic Sans ellipses! I got into the chair next to him. A man came over to me to check my name and club affiliation. I said I was a member of the Normal Boots Club, a small surge of pride making me sit up straight as I said it. There were chairs lined up for people to watch us compete, and to my surprise, the entire room soon filled. I searched the crowd to find the Normal Boots Club. There they were! And there's our bae in the middle! Actually, all 3 of these guys are bae. I still think, unfortunately, as sad as it might sound, I still think John's is my least favorite. Well, actually, Jacques will probably be my least favorite because I heard that his is traumatizing, but... I waved quietly at Shane, but... Shane stood from his chair and as I watched, left the room. Oh! What happened? As I stared worriedly into the crowd, a blur of movement caught my eye. Luke was sitting in a chair on the fringe of the audience with the rest of the Hidden Block Club, waving frantically at me. Oh no! Is that the thing that's supposed to let me know if things are gonna go well or not? Did I ruin something? Guys, I'm really nervous! When he saw me looking, he gave me a big thumbs up. Ian rolled his eyes. Alright guys, if I remember correctly, this is when we get the best sound clip in the game.
Really?
Yes! Would it kill you to root for your own teammate? I giggled. Finally, the lights around us dimmed and the projector started up, showing the main menu of Dumb and Doom's Revenge on screen. Oh god, guys! Did we screw something up? I don't know. Oh, I'm really nervous. Alright, we just gotta go through. We just gotta power through. It was time to start. As the MC began his introduction and explained the rules of the game, Ian turned to me, a smirk on his face. Sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
You bet I am. Ready to go? The man turned to us. Ian and I nodded. Then 3, 2, 1, start! Yeah, it was Twitch-worthy. Just don't go letting out a stream of bad puns. Yes! The game began! I immediately clicked to fill my screen with 2 more lines of blocks. Ian began working with what he had. I scanned the blocks for the pink hearts, eliminating them one by one, making combos where I could. I still wasn't advanced enough to plan tons of combos ahead of time, but I could still make it much more likely for combos to happen through probability. The pinks were all but gone. Green leaves next. Dumb and Doom started flipping at the top of the screen. Ian was comboing, which meant I had a few seconds before those blocks would fall. I set up a combo on top of the screen and started eliminating the orange blocks below it. Then, it happened. A 6 combo jumped out at me from the screen. My eyes crossed as I stared at it in shock. I just had to move the top block over 1 space. Then as quickly as I saw it, it vanished. The blocks looked normal again. You're dead! As Ian's blocks fell upon my humble kingdom, I slid the combo into place. 2, 3, 4 combo, 5 combo, 6 combo, 7 combo, 8 combo! Ian's attack converted into blocks and hovered above mine. I set up several more combos and waited for them to fall. Oh god! I'm worried. 10 combo, legendary! Oh, give me the punchline to that joke, Ispep. Dumb and Doom started farting out rainbows over Ian, so it's my favorite line. And then, blocks. So many blocks. They didn't come in a chunk, they came in a torrential downpour all over Ian's side, sliding from left to right and back again. Ian blinked, his hands and his eyes moving frantically over the screen. I wasn't sure he'd ever seen something like that before. I sure hadn't. I continued to combo while this was happening, but at this point there was no need. Ian's screen filled up. He kept trying to make combos until the very end, but game over! That was it. I won. I just don't know if we did right by Shane, you guys. I stared, dumbfounded at the screen in front of me. Ian's mouth hung open. The room was silent. Then...
Whoa!
Yeah, Hana!
Yeah.
I knew you could do it. I glanced up to see the room applauding. All of it, even the Hidden Block Club. The announcer was gaping at the screen. I've never seen a score that high. You know, this sucks because even if this is part of, like, the good ending for Shane, like, we've been trying to show off to him the entire time. He should have fucking been here to see how badass Hana is. Damn it. Is Pep, that joke, though. Certain I was red as a tomato, I stood to climb off the platform. Not so fast. Ian stepped in front of me, grim as always. I braced myself for his infamous sarcasm. That laugh, you guys. But to my surprise, he laughed. That was a hell of a game, Hana. That's exactly what I wanted from you. He held a hand in the air and I looked at it in confusion. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Oh! I high-fived him and he clasped my hand in his. Still one of my favorite scenes in the entire game. Thanks, Hana. That was fun. I feel the bromance between the two of them. Then he disappeared into the pressing crowd. I scrambled through them as well, eager to find Shane. See? I did it! I won the tournament! I wanted to shout at him and rub it in his face for not believing in me, much as he tried to near the end. But as I scouted the room, I realized Shane wasn't there. He never came back. Oh, God, guys! But, oh, why not? Oh! His event is up next! Of course, that's why! I had to go cheer him on. I dashed into the main arcade room, a smile I couldn't wipe off plastered onto my face. By the time I found him, Shane was already sitting down next to Jeff. A large projector screen stood at the front of the room, which was lined with dozens upon dozens of chairs. This was apparently quite a popular event. Seeing the other Normal Boots members gathered together in one of the front rows, I dashed up next to them and grabbed a seat. Hana! Ready for this? I sat up straight and cheered on Shane with the rest of the Normal Boots as he chose his racer. Come on, Shane! Go, man! groaner good. Like it was such a good bad joke that she groaned at it. Those are the best ones. If I tell a pun and one of my friends just goes, "Oh God," I know I did good. He picked Sal, an anthropomorphic salamander with black skin and orange spots. Okay. My father's name is Sal. That's kind of weird. My personal favorite. He was the lightest and made sharp turns. Jeff picked Frogbird. He was a massive frog, quite the opposite of Sal. His turns would be wide, but his acceleration speed let him go fast if he wasn't turning. He was a hard character to play, but if you knew how to play him correctly, he could be considered the best. He was fun, and Mai loved him, but Mai was terrible with any character. I had first-hand experience of this. Each person chose their own track, and then there was the final track, Rainbow Race! Rainbow Race, beautiful. Thank you, Kara. The dazzling multicolored spectacle inspired by the prettiest acid trip ever taken. Beautiful. To my great surprise, rather than the regular MC presiding over the race, instead PBG stood in front of the room and grabbed the microphone. Really, Peebs? Okay, each racer has chosen their best tracks, and now we're starting. Who do you think will be the winner? Shh. Probably Shane. Hey, Jeff has just as much chance as Shane does. PBG's a great laugh, by the way. PBG laughed. You're right, you're right. May the best man secure the win for their team. A small tadpole floating in a bubble of water wafted from the side of the screen, counting down to the start of the race. 3. Oh God, guys, I'm really nervous. 2. 1. PBG pulled out a checkered cloth and waved it wildly as the tadpole squealed, "Go!" Jeff and Shane both spun out at the starting line. What the fuck, PBG? Where did you even get that? PBG shoved the flag to the floor and grinned sheepishly. I always wanted to do that. Peeves, why? It's fine. Just don't do it again. This is the first race was Jeff's choice, and it felt more like a drag race than anything else. It was one straight line, but there were a lot of obstacles to avoid on the track. Well, that's better for his character, probably. Jeff won, unsurprisingly. Sal just bounced everywhere. Luckily, Shane pulled into a tie in the next race where Frogbird's inability to make short, quick turns really pulled a number on him. Yeah, well, they picked routes that were good for their character and bad for the other one. That's smart. Finally, it was time for Rainbow Race. If Rainbow Race is anything like the actual Rainbow Road, I think Shane probably has the advantage here. Finally, it was time for the Rainbow Race. I could see the strain in Shane's face, his jaw clenched tight. You can do it, Shane! A slight smile crossed across his face. Then the race was selected. PBG raced his checkered cloth again.
No.
Oh my God, that was great! Wait, guys, let's do it again! Wait!
No.
Oh, that was great! 3 seconds after the word left their mouths, the race began. Shane started off in the lead for an entire lap until Jeff hit him with a blue slime and sped ahead of him. Dirty move.
Yeah, alright.
You snooze, you lose. Or you Shane, you strain? Don't do this to me, Jeff. Shane was now struggling to catch up to Jeff. I bit my lip. Shane, kick his ass! In the last 3 seconds, Shane pulled ahead and crossed the finish line in first place. Yeah, Shane won! Woohoo! Guys, this is awesome. Shane won. John jumped up from his seat and hugged PBG, nearly knocking him over. Jeff shook Shane's hand, pulling each other into a bro hug. John lifted a fist into the air, bellowing through the room.
Yeah!
Norma Boots wins! After a few minutes, the cheering died down. Shane, face still slightly pink, approached me. Thank you for the support, Hana. And good job. What? You mean you're not mad at me? Why would I be angry with you? You up and walked out in the middle of my event. Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't want to make you nervous and ruin your event. I glared at him. I didn't buy that. Maybe he was that worried. Maybe he was just that worried that he probably was like worried about it and he didn't want her to see the doubt in his face, maybe, and he was just trying to be nice about it. Apparently, Gerard didn't either. But Shane, I thought you said it was Hana that made you nervous, not the other way around. Oh! Gerard! Shh! Oh, well, that makes much more sense. Shane smacked his own face, then shoved Gerard away from us. I smirked at him. I get weird feelings when you're around, and I was afraid it would compromise my racing skill. You mean butterflies in your stomach? That's so cute! Shane, those are normal. Well, they need to get out. Shane, you're so adorable! Okay, now I'm thinking maybe we did get the best ending, you guys. Shane and I ambled around the arcade, playing random games as we went on. He recited an almost encyclopedic knowledge of every game we encountered, so much so that it made my head spin.
Did you know?
Well, I love that. Hold on.
Did you know?
Did you know? I love that they made him record that line. That's great. Gerard is a literal cinnamon roll. Like, well, no, I would say actual. Literal is, oh, I have issues with the word literal. But he's an actual cinnamon roll. Did you know there are only 40 copies of this cabinet in existence? No, Shane, I did not know. Finally, it was time for the MC to announce the winner of the tournament. We all crowded around him as he preened in the spotlight, a bright grin on his face. Thank you all so much for attending our tournament this year. Did we win? Both Shane and I won our events. Not everyone won their events, though, surely. And the winner of this year's tournament is the Normal Boots Club! Woohoo! Yay! I believe on Friday he's releasing a completionist episode on Asagao Academy. Or today, or sometime this week, he's releasing an episode. And I really wanted to get through all of the things because I don't want to be spoiled because I know he's going to complete it. But like, oh, I'm so excited. We did it! I screamed and clapped and we swarmed on stage. The poor MC didn't know what hit him. As we celebrated, Jared grabbed the microphone.
All right.
Everyone, I am pleased to announce that we have a new club member in our midst. Hana Mizuno, where are you? Shane took my hand and gently led me to the front of the stage. The crowd cheered as I tried to find somewhere to hide my face. Welcome to the club, Hana. Something warm and soft covered my shoulders. I turned to see Shane lifting my very own Normal Boots jacket over my shoulders, a blush lighting his face. Oh, it means so much after all the shit he's put us through in the other routes to have him give us the jacket. That's good. Yeah, Shelties was very sweet in that she said that she marathoned all my episodes. That was really sweet. I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed them. It makes me all happy. Welcome to the club. Shane. When the celebration finally ended, Shane and I walked back to Asagao hand in hand! Guys, hand in hand! Oh, I'm sorry, Shelties is Batman. Sorry. I told you I could do it. You did. I'm proud of you. Are you still on for the picnic tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Of course! I'll pick you up then. I think... Shane stopped mid-sentence, only blinking at me.
Bye.
Okay, have a good day. He turned on his heel and stalked away. Again! I hoped he wouldn't make a habit of it. Oh, the poor guy. Gwen Stacy! Hello! Welcome! You found a stream of your favorite route. We're at the very end, I'm sad to say, but I hope that you'll stick around for it. You guys will, you'll at least get a kick out of me watching it, because I'm doing this completely blind, so I have no idea what's about to happen. Although I still think that the weather's going to wind up ruining this picnic. But welcome, Gwen Stacy! There we go. The end is the best. I'm so excited to see the end. I'm really excited. Shaking my head and drawing my jacket closer around me, I headed into Primrose house. Let's hope we got the best ending, you guys. I almost couldn't sleep. I was so excited and nervous. Mai poked fun at me. Who gets so excited over something as chill as a picnic? But then gave me a soft pink blanket just before we turned in. It's my favorite. It'll bring you lots of good luck. With that in hand, I rose early and got ready for the picnic. Mai was still sleeping. The tournament took place on the same day as one of her biggest games, and I doubted she would bother getting out of bed before noon. Oh God, is Pep? I'm so excited. I really hope we get it. Shane knocked right on time as always. Just before I went to the door, I passed my new Normal Boots jacket. With a grin, I slipped it over my shoulders. The newest member of the Normal Boots Club.
Hey.
I see you're up on time.
Yeah.
Of course I am. Ready to go? Yep, I even remembered to pick up our sandwiches. My heart stopped as I turned to the basket in my hands. Oh, I forgot. Calm down, Hana. I've got them. He packed the sandwiches on top of the basket, then took it from me with an easy grin. Let's get going. Oh my God, Shane, you adorable cinnamon roll! I'm very excited. The day wasn't as warm as I would have liked, but at least it was sunny out. The weather report was right, for once. We'll see how long. I'm still... I still think the weather... They're putting a lot of emphasis on the weather here. I feel like that's what's gonna go wrong. PBG and Shane are senpai goals. I would agree with that. As Shane and I made our way back to the picnic field, we traded jokes and comebacks. I prepared for today. I was definitely going to impress him. Ian, no, you know what? Shelties is correct. Ian is actual senpai goals. Maifu is waifu? Gwen, you are in the right place, my friends. Okay, so have you heard this one? Did you know? In the 1999 game, The Tour of the Worlds, hackers have been able to dismantle the code in the game to extract symbols. Oh yeah, that was actually in 12 Worlds too. Jeez, fine. But, did you know they recently cryptographed the symbols and found out they formed a secret phrase?
Relay?
That was adorable! Guys!
Relay?
My God, Shane is so cute. It said, I bet you can't decode this. Shane made a noise akin to something coming out of a horse. Dicks. What's even the point? I know. I wanted it to be something more meaningful. It's by Sandtomb Studios, right? Terrible. Though, good fact. I didn't know that. I beamed, happiness blooming within me. Hey, don't let it get to your head.
Hey.
Does the spot look good? Anywhere's fine. It's up to you. Let's set up over there then. I set the basket down in the grass and Shane hung the pink blanket over his arm, reminiscent of a butler. Can you lay the blanket down while I get the plate set up? It was colder than I imagined it would be, but I spent so long preparing that there was no way anything big would go wrong. There's no way anything big could go wrong! Oh, dear God, you guys! Oh my God. Oh my God, Ispep, I was just gonna say, is that a reference to Jay from the Cub Scouts? Do you guys watch him too? I watch his Yandere Simulator videos. Oh my gosh, there are other people that watch Cub Scouts. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I watch his Yandere Simulator videos. He's very funny. It was colder than I imagined it would be, but I spent so long preparing that there was no anything big would go wrong. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, that doesn't sound like foreshadowing at all, Gwen, right? He is that dude, is Pep. He is that dude. I should be more confident in myself. That's what I thought, right as I pulled 6 spoons out of my basket. There were only supposed to be 2. Something wrong? Shane flapped the blanket open. We watched it float to the ground like a butterfly. Yeah, actually. There are 6 spoons in here. Shane shrugged. So? No, you don't understand. There are 6 spoons. That means... My hand searched the rest of the basket almost frantically. That means there are no forks. That's it? We can make do with it. We don't have many fork-worthy items anyway. He sat down and started helping me unload the basket. I put a hand out to stop him. I need to check if anything else is wrong. My voice wavered, but only slightly. Shane sighed and reached behind him. Out of his backpack, he pulled a fork. I brought this just in case. In case what? In case. You can use it. Alright. Thanks. I accepted the fork, but still. It wasn't that I needed a fork, it was that I forgot it in the first place. Yes! Oh yeah, you guys are fans of Yandere Simulator too! Yeah, oh, I am so excited for that game! It's really upsetting that it's banned on Twitch, otherwise I would absolutely be streaming it. I tried my best to push it out of my mind, taking our sandwiches from the basket. I might have messed up, but at least I knew these were good. Shane helped me make them after all. Turkey and avocado for me, ham and cheese for Shane. As I relished in my first bite, I tried not to worry. Shane was right, it wasn't a big deal. The cool breeze invigorated me and I decided that I was going to have a good time no matter what.
Hey.
How's the sandwich? Good! I smiled, covering my mouth in case there was something in my teeth. As I did, a small wind kicked up. It was a chilly wind and I shivered. Oh guys! It's happening! The knifeu that ends Midori Kurino's lifeu! Yes, I love that we're making Cub Scout references now. That's great. Oh, guys! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I fucking called it! Guys! Oh god! Let's all hold hands as something terrible is about to happen. I'm doing that thing again where I hold on to my laptop, which is where I'm watching the stream and watching you guys chat, as if we're all holding hands together. Then a drop of water hit my glasses. Is it raining? Shane paused mid-chew, putting his palm into the air. I don't feel anything. Like him, I gazed up again. There were some clouds, but they were mostly the fluffy white ones. Alright, I need to calm down. But it was hard to stay optimistic at this point. Shane must have noticed the look on my face because he slipped his hand into mine. I smiled at the ground, willing my palms to stay dry. Sorry if my hand is sweaty. You were worried about the same thing? A devilish idea came to my mind and I did my best to hide my grin. It feels like you just washed your hands and barely dried them. Shit. He released his already loose hold and tried to wiggle out of my grasp, but I held on. Nope. Don't worry about it, really. A cold drop hit my head and I looked up. Oh, guys! Oh, God! Dark clouds were moving in fast above us like God drawing a blanket over the sky. Another drop splattered against my cheek. No. Looks like it's gonna rain.
No!
No! The weather report said sunny all day.
Well,
Sometimes those can be wrong, Hana. I let go of his hand and held my palm towards the sky, daring another drop to fall. Shane's eyes were on the sky as well. Weather reports aren't always accurate. Yeah, tell me about it. I live in New York. The weather's fucking insane here. The dark clouds pillowed above us, but I refused to believe it. Shane put his hand out again for me to hold. Let's just go back to the dome. We can have a picnic another day. It's not a big deal. That's not the problem. I know we can have another picnic any day, and I know I can make more fish sticks and crumpets and...
what?
Crumpets? You still on about that? I just wanted one thing to go right, Shane. Just one thing. Everything I've tried to do for you with you ends up a total mess or almost killing you. Maybe some of it was bad luck, but after a while the only conclusion was that I was the problem. A gust of wind blew through. Several droplets landed on me, dotting the lenses of my glasses. Guys, my heart is breaking! Shane seemed at a loss, and I didn't blame him. Not only was the picnic being ruined by rain, but now I was ruining it with my stupid emotional outburst. Now I'm making it even worse. My voice cracked. Hana. The dam broke. My tears fell freely, as did the rain, right on cue. Shane put a hand around my shoulders, but even through bleary eyes I could see his jacket getting wetter and wetter. I shrugged off his touch. From the first moment you met me, you absolutely hated me. When I wanted to join the club, you warned everyone against me. When I was asked to be in the tournament, you told me I couldn't do it. I made those crumpets, those damn crumpets! The last thing I wanted was to cause you pain. The Smurfic sky seemed to be emptying out all they had at this point. Maybe you don't hate me, but... Shane raised an eyebrow at me. Rain dropped off his nose. And this might not have been true, but... Hana. He said it like a warning. He wanted me to spit it out. I balled my hands into fists, gathering all of my courage. I was finally going to tell him. I felt like I was just a replacement for Emily. Ouch! And truth I just hit! Oh, shit! Wow! Hana! Shane stared at me in shock. I would have thought time stopped had the droplets of rain not continued dropping off his hair. He was so taken aback that I faltered. Was I wrong to feel this way?
No.
You aren't. But... No buts, Hana. He stepped closer to me. We were only a few inches apart now. Do it! Do it! Shane! Oh god! Guys! Guys! Good things are happening! Hold on! Yup. I can't even read this line! This is adorable! You're more than anything I could have asked for. Could have hoped for. Emily was holding me back, and I her. You helped me bloom. Oh my god! With another step, he closed the distance between our soaked lips. Yeah, Shane! The flood in my mind cleared, and a bed of flowers burst to life in its place. I instinctively leaned into it at that moment, feeling protected from the entire world. A romantic kiss in the rain! Yes! Beautiful! Beautiful! Shane brought a hand to my neck and pulled me closer until our soaked garments were one. Finally, he pulled away, his thumb resting on my jawline. Beads of water hung off his eyelashes. I do like you, okay? You. It's just hard for me to show it. The darkening skies were interrupted by a clap of thunder in the distance, for an instant illuminating us both in a flash of white light. This is still so scary for me. He was smiling so sincerely that it was hard for me to look at him. But I know I'm okay, because it's with you. Shane! Oh my god, you guys! I like you too, but you knew that already, didn't you? He smiled sheepishly and nodded. Most of his year was spent trying to ignore that fact, probably. Shane glanced at the sky, then turned to his magical backpack. Ah! No! My feels! My heart! Oh my god! That is adorable! Ah! It's so cute! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hi, is Pep giving your baby girl a high five? Psh. He unfurled an umbrella above us, a gentle smile on his face. You... I figured you might forget something like this.
Shane.
Shane. Oh my god! I really wanted to kiss him again. I put my hand to his face and moved forward, our lips connecting a second time. I thought this would happen at the flower festival. Oh, really now? I completely forgot you were going to draw me. You kept saying things like, "Are you ready?" and "Are you okay?" and it was suggestive, alright? Oh my gosh! Can we please listen to that laugh again? That's really cute! Shane laughed as I imitated his low, sultry voice. Sorry it took so long. His apologetic smile warmed the depths of my rain-soaked heart. He put a hand outside of the umbrella, shaking his head. How about we get back to the dorms? I nodded. It was getting cold in these clothes. He held out his free hand and I took it again, this time without doubts in my mind. I giggled to myself the whole way back. You guys, this ending is amazing! When we got to the dorm, the rain had already darkened the sky to the point where I couldn't tell whether it was day or night. You're not doing anything else tonight, right? No, I'm really tired. Crying your eyes out usually did a number on a person. I think Gerard is going to be at John's until late tonight if... He trailed off, eyes glued to the floor. I leaned forward to catch his attention, hands clasped behind my back. If...
Well,
I got the new Dog Cop movie. Are you inviting me to watch a movie in your room after co-ed times are almost over? I'm trying. And you think I, Hana Mizuno, the first new Normal Boots Club member in years, am going to risk detention for you? Shane gaped like a fish.
Yeah.
Well, you thought right. Let's go. I led the way, if only because I was already in front, and opened the door to his always clean room. Once again, it put my room to shame. Shane went directly over to his his spick and span bookshelf. Thank you. I can't speak. There's too many feels. Oh my god! He slipped out a yellow DVD, then handed it to me before grabbing his laptop. The cover of the DVD was a graphic design disaster. The yellow background was so bright it was blinding, overlaid with a terrible red font. Drops of blood hung off the letters symmetrically, and the main character on the front. It was a police officer with the head of a beagle. This doesn't look good. Shane crawled into bed next to me, pulling a lightly knitted blanket over us. Oh my god! There's going to be snuggles, you guys! It's snuggle time! I love it! Your little brother said hug, he ships it. Excellent. Good job. And don't think about being in a boy's bed, Hana. You're just watching a movie. Just a movie. Focus.
yeah.
It's going to be awful. Did you watch the first one? I shook my head. I'd never even heard of it. Shane didn't seem like one for indie films either. A friend from England got me into them. I liked one of the actors. Nothing happens in the first one, so you're not missing much. I looked down at the cover again, tracing the bloody 2 with my eyes. They couldn't even choose a German Shepherd? You know, an actual police dog? Don't judge the dog by its face, Hana. I threw his pillow at him, which he blocked with ease. His sly grin was interrupted by the telltale signs of an itch in the nose. Achoo! Oh, he sneezed! Oh no! Getting sick? I realized I was still holding the pillow as if I were going to swing it again. I put it down. Shane winced, fingers pinching his nose. Maybe it's the dust. He eyed the pillow, then the blanket we were sitting under. You know, if you want... If I want? I only tried once in this room. Excuse me?
Yeah.
A blanket fort. That did not go where I thought it would. Oh, Hana. Yeah, Kink Shane. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. My friends call me Commander Shepard. Okay, like, I just ship everything and everyone. That's just what I do in life. Shane chuckled at my face. It is a little drafty in here. A pillow fort could be fun. He lit up like a Christmas tree. I laughed. Well, get off then. Shane grabbed the blanket I was sitting on, a wicked expression adorning his face. I love how he's suddenly so expressive and... Oh, God, Shane, you're wonderful. Don't you dare. Commander Shepard, ma'am. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys are Mass Effect fans, but I'm definitely going to be playing Mass Effect Andromeda. I was thinking about doing Mass Effect 2 and 3 on the Twitch channel, but I don't know, that's a lot. He pulled. I rolled straight onto the floor, squeaking in surprise. Then I scrambled to my feet, face on fire. Shane! I love that laugh. I threw my pillow as hard as I could at him, and he clutched his stomach, doubled over with laughter. He yelped a bit and clasped his right pinky, pure pain on his face. Oh shit! I'm sorry! Still clutching his injured little finger, Shane gawked at me. Did you just say shit? I covered my mouth. Oh, it didn't, because Hana curses mentally, like in her mind, it didn't even occur to me until he pointed out that she cursed out loud. You ship you and your bed? Yeah, I ship me and my bed too, man. And my pillow. I have a special pillow for my neck. It's sweet. I guess I did. I never heard you swear before. What have I done? Now that I thought about it, Shane swore a lot around me. I learned from the best? More importantly, your finger. Did I hurt it? He made a face and shook out his fingers again. No, I think the pillow just hit it wrong. Man, a broken finger because of a pillow?
What?
It's broken?
No.
No, I was exaggerating. Oh, okay. Achoo! I rubbed my nose, eyes tearing up. I don't suppose you're allergic to dust either? Not that I know of. Shane grit his teeth and looked around his room. I knew exactly what he was thinking. We were getting sick. At least it waited until after the tournament. Yeah, but exams are next week. Great. Stress settled like a cloud over us, but that was no good. I grabbed the blanket that Shane pulled out from underneath me. Where should I put this? The fort won't build itself. You know, since I only have the one blanket, let's tuck it under Gerard's mattress. Shane and I built the fort. Memories flooded in the beginning of the year. Yeah, the friendship pillow fort that you and Mai made! Oh yeah, that's true. She did say piece of shit before. He didn't even point that out. It's true. I was a little upset and homesick, and Mai pulled together a fort in our bedroom. Yeah, that friendship pillow fort. Shane hated me back then, but now I was making the fort with him.
Yeah.
Perfect. We stepped back to admire our handiwork, a single blanket hanging from Gerard's bed and clipped to 2 chairs. It'd be a lot more perfect if you had more than one blanket.
Yes.
I have a bunch of pillows. He pulled a second pillow from his bunk, immediately chucking it at me. Okay, I deserve that. Raising an eyebrow, I picked it up. Shane pulled another pillow from his arsenal, eyes glinting. He was no pillow fight casual. This battle was long and hard, small bits of fluff and feathers exploding from the pillows as we attacked each other. Finally, I was exhausted. Shane bopped me on the head with his pillow and I was sent off balance, falling onto his bed. I couldn't stop the giggles from pouring out of me. You okay? Shane peeked inside the sheet curtain and stretched out his hand to help me up. I threw my pillow at his face. You worry too much. I smiled and laid back against the pillow. Oh. I shot back up and ran a hand over the back of my head. I looked behind me, spinning in my sitting position. My bow! Oh shit, her bow's gone!
What?
Huh? My bow! It's gone! I twisted every which way, panicking as I looked for the red ribbon. It's been gone for a few minutes.
Really?
Really? And I didn't notice? I patted the back of my head again as if it would suddenly reappear. I didn't think it was important enough to mention. It's important. Okay, well, let's look for it. Yeah, it has to be in here. It probably got knocked off when I was jumping around. Oh god, I hope she didn't lose it outside! We searched under the bed, across the room, beneath the blankets, but nothing turned up. I forced myself to stay calm. I'll keep looking for it, but for now, maybe we should just forget about it.
No!
Oh, shit, okay. I shouted at him, and Shane's brow instantly knit together. Sorry. I mean, I need it for my look. You're cute without it. His compliment bounced off me, ineffective. I needed my ribbon.
Hey.
If it's not necessary, I'll buy you another one. Thanks, but I need to find this one. He blinked at me, then moved to the other side of the room to search again. I felt bad making Shane tear apart his room for me, so I tried to think of a joke. Why are pirates called pirates? Dang, I already regretted this. I don't know. Why? Because they are... Hana! Shane sneezed from under the bed. He slid out and looked at me from his position on the floor.
What?
Say that again? Couldn't hear. Because... never mind. He raised his eyebrows again. I changed my mind. It was too painful. He chuckled and crawled back under the bed. I paused, taking another sweeping look around the room, then tapped him on the leg. I think I'm gonna give up for now.
What?
What? Why? It has to be in my room somewhere. I'm too worried to do it efficiently. And I felt bad for stressing him out. Let's just get my mind off of it for now. Sure. He wiggled up from the floor and sat on the bed. Want to start dog cop then?
Yeah.
Yeah! Shane patted the spot next to him and I sank down to join him. I rested my head on his shoulder and yawned. Oh, but we haven't even started yet.
Well,
I was upset. I was up all night setting up this picnic for you. But I'm sure Dog Cop will make me up. It sounds so exciting. Despite being so close to each other and in his bed, Shane was almost completely fixated on the movie. He didn't move a muscle, just stared at the screen as though his life depended on it. It made me feel kind of bad, but he did mention he liked one of the actors. Oh no, I felt another sneeze coming on. Oh, they both sneezed. Shane sighed, reaching into the darkness and dropping a box of tissues in front of us. As we continued to watch, my neck started to hurt. I shifted a bit with a sniffle, trying not to disturb Shane too much. He let me adjust, his eyes still glued to his laptop. I took this chance to sneak closer to him, closing the small distance left between us. I turned to face him, but he was already looking at me, and we both smiled. We weren't movie talkers. The dog cop, whose name I learned was Boulder, was traveling across the California countryside. He was looking for his long-lost love, a miniature schnauzer. Or should I say, miniature schnauzer doctor. Oh, great. A dog doctor. A doctor? Named Peanut. I rolled my eyes. They embraced passionately at their reunion, talking about their future together. After the 12th minute of this, Shane yawned. I nervously touched the back of my head again. Still no bow. So, you still think I'm cute?
Yes.
Of course. He turned to me but kept his eyes on Mr. and Mrs. Dog for as long as he could. Maybe you should try a different hairstyle. Find one you like. But I do like it tied back, too. He shrugged, gaze flickering back to the touching scene on screen. Maybe I'll grow it out again. Again? It was down to my mid-back for most of my life. Until about a year before I came here, actually. Yeah, she implied that something that her former friends did made her have to cut her hair. What made you cut it? Nothing specific, it just sort of happened. He glared at me and I knew that answer wouldn't fly with him. I didn't choose this hairstyle, per se.
What?
What? Your dad? No. Then who? I sighed deeply, not wanting to spoil the mood with something like this.
well,
Oh, here we go. Guys, we're going to find out the story of Hana's hair. I guess her hair is kind of a theme with them, so I guess it makes sense, but man. Alright, guys, here we go. Well, I was bullied for most of my life for my hair. We don't have to talk about this if you don't want to. I should have told you this sooner, then maybe... I stopped, but Shane made a face. I bit my lip. Maybe you would have stopped targeting me because of my hair. Not that you still do, but you definitely did earlier in the year. Shane lowered his head, both in acknowledgement and apology. Okay, now I'm more curious. It was one of the biggest reasons I moved here. Shane quickly tapped the spacebar, pausing the dogs mid-frolic. Then he gave me his full attention. I guess it's story time. I invited my best friend over to a sleepover. Oh, God, no! No! I know where this story's going, and this is not good! Most of my former friend group abandoned me, but she was still there for me. I didn't even originally want to have the sleepover, but my dad insisted. He saw I was struggling and didn't know what to do. When she came, things were just like old times. She didn't mention any of what I was being accused of. I felt like maybe things would eventually get better. I fell asleep first. Oh my God! You guys, this is literally one of the most disgusting, like, stories of bullying I have ever encountered in my life, and Jesus Christ. I know exactly how Hana is feeling in this scene. God, God, this is a little bit of a personal story, but I'm wondering if I should tell it. I suppose I should. I guess I kind of have to now because I mentioned it. I, as many people are, I think, was, oh God, I gotta get rid of the scissor snipping. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can't. Hold on. We have to, I can't listen to the scissor snipping when I tell the story because it's like, okay. Shit. Alright, I'll just tell it. In middle school, when I first moved to my school district, I was I mean, normally a pretty shy person in general, but I was super shy and scared of everyone and everything because I knew nobody and it was all brand new and the kids in school hated me. And one time during art class, we had to go to one of those like mandatory like school, assemblies that they pull you out of class for. And one of the girls in the class grabbed a pair of scissors out of the art room and snuck them out with her and sat behind me and tried to cut my hair. And I heard the scissors snipping and I freaked out on her and she threw the scissors under the seats and the teacher didn't believe me and the girl never got in trouble. And I don't think she actually wound up cutting any of my hair. Or at least not enough of it that it was noticeable. But, oh God, this story kind of just yanked that memory back out from me. But, yeah, I'm not really into telling, like, super personal stories. Oh, you guys are holding hands with me. Oh, I'm gonna cry now. But, yeah, this reminded me exactly of that. I mean, kids can be so cruel. I mean, so this is just very weird to see because it kind of hits close to home. And of all of the things that we've seen in this game, I did not think Hana's hair story would hit close to home for me. That's really weird. All right, let's get on because I don't want to get emotional over this. But you can tell me whatever stories you want to, Pep. I'm here to listen to you for anything you want to talk about. Oh, Shelties, here I'm hugging my laptop back right now. I'm hugging you guys back via my laptop. I woke up to the sound of scissors snipping. Michelle was holding pink locks of hair and laughing. My hair, she cut it all off. My dad was understanding. He kept telling me it was cute and everyone would like my new haircut. But I didn't go back to school after that. That's why my dad spent all his money to get into Asagao. It was the only way I agreed to go back to school. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get in. The day before I left, I was still anxious about my hair. My dad came into my room with a red ribbon. He said it was my mother's. He tied up my hair and for the first time in a long time I felt cute. You were always cute. Well, maybe. But I didn't feel that way. I was amazed I didn't cry talking about all this. You and me both, Hana. It was the hardest few years of my life, but with Shane next to me, they didn't seem too terribly bad. Shane blinked at me for a few moments, then reached out to the side of his bed. Then he tossed a pile of papers into my lap. I read the title, The Best Flower in the Garden. Oh, guys! Guys! What is this? I opened to the first page. Inside was a watercolor comic about a boy and a girl. The girl had pink hair. She was standing with a plainly dressed boy who almost looked like Shane. They seemed to be friends. In the beginning, the boy was afraid to get close to the girl, whom I could now put a name to, Emma. Emma had the bright beams of light coming off of her, and the boy kept trying to reach the girl inside them, but couldn't. I skimmed through page after page, and soon the boy got his own beams of light, one by one, after spending time with Emma. Oh my god! This is the story of... Oh god! This is so cute! You guys, I can't handle it! On the last page, they were holding hands in a garden, rainbow lights coming off them both.
Shane.
Shane? Hana, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Gwen, that is quite the the threat. I kind of like it too, Shelties. I kind of like it too. I should never have judged you or made fun of your hair. Shane, it's fine. Completely fine. You don't think the comic is weird? Of course not. It's beautiful. It really is. I looked down at the cover in my hands, reading the title one more time. Remember when you told me in the rooftop garden that your name means flower? The most beautiful flower in the garden?
Yeah.
Of course. Shane pulled me into a hug, warm and comforting. I buried my head into his chest, inhaling deeply. He was wearing cologne. Oh. He stopped suddenly, pulling back. Something slithered out of the back of my jacket. My bow! Ah, there it was! It must have fallen down back there. See? You would have found it eventually. I quickly tied the ribbon back into my hair. How does it look? You look perfect. I buried my head into his chest out of pure relief. Thank you. Sincerely. Gerard is probably coming back soon, and it's past the hours I can be here. I really didn't want to leave and end this roller coaster of a day, but I could understand that he would want me gone. I wiggled around trying to get my things at the edge of the bed, but Shane wouldn't let go. Aw! At least finish, dog cop. I rolled my eyes, pretending to be mad. Shane saw through it, and I slouched back into his arms. And so we finished Dog Cop in silence. Boulder saved the world with his dog guns and crazy dog one-liners. He settled down now with his dog wife, Peanut, running a cozy dog house in the American Midwest. The credits rolled, showing both the names of the human body model and the dog head model. Boulder's Dalmatian sidekick body was named Shane. I elbowed Shane to get his attention. Oh, look at his name! I didn't get an answer. Aww! I leaned over. Shane's eyes were closed. He was breathing softly, the deep breaths of the vulnerable. I, too, breathed deeply, still mostly awake. The credits finished and the title screen began again. I quietly closed his laptop and tried to get up. Before I could, Shane grabbed my waist and pulled me back. Tomorrow's a Sunday. Gerard won't mind. I smiled. Could he tell this is what I wanted? Okay. I laid down next to him. Still have butterflies? More than ever. Me too. Oh my god! Guys, this is way too cute! If things could stay like this forever, I would be the happiest person alive. I snuggled into Shane's arms and fell asleep much faster than I thought. Best end! Woohoo! Guys, we did it! We have officially romanced every member of the Normal Boots Club. Well, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with that because I don't believe that the hidden roots are really romances. We have romanced every member of the Normal Boots Club, you guys. We've done it! Yes! Oh my god. Guys, that was so worth it. And hands down, I can now officially say Shane's route is my favorite route in this game. Hands down. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to see the scene after the credits. I hope it's Gerard walking in on the two of them sleeping in Shane's bed. I really hope so. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know the bird is next. Jacques is next. Yeah. You know what? Let me see the guide for Jacques. I won't read any of the stuff, but yeah, with this guide, there's really there's no real like choices listed for the Jacques route. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And I don't see any choices for the hidden block route either because I don't know. I think that I'm not really sure what it's about, but I haven't seen Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You think I should just go for the Jacques route? We could. I've heard that you have to play it twice anyway to get like the real ending for it. So we're probably gonna be playing it twice, you guys. Oh god. Oh man. Yeah, and I've heard there are mini routes as well, so they won't take as long as this. But guys, I'm also getting a little kind of sad because we're done with the main part of Asagao Academy. Like, once we're done with those, we're done! And that makes me really sad. Like, really sad. Oh, man. And I know I've expressed this before and you guys are super supportive, but I'm really hoping that you guys will stick around and hang out with me during my streams even after Asagao is done. Yeah. Go for it, 2 boots in. Alright, here we go. Are you excited? Excited? Are you kidding me? I'm absolutely terrified. I've never been on a plane before. Oh! Oh! He's taking her to England! He's taking her to England, you guys! Oh! Whoa! This went way above what I thought it was going to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys! 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 Pay attention! There's things happening! Oh my god! Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, Shelties, thank you! I love having you here. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. Oh, thank you. I'm absolutely terrified. I've never been on a plane before, let alone flown 12 hours to the other side of the world. Shane chuckled, taking my hand in his. You'll love it. Once we're in the air, you get all the quiet time you want. And we'll be together. But that means if we crash, I'll lose my life and the life of the person who matters most to me all in one go. I guess there's nothing I can do to convince you. Shane leaned in and kissed me. As he did, my heart stilled. I lost myself in the comfort of his embrace. After a few seconds, he pulled away, a sly grin on his face. Feel better now? Maybe. I'll just have to kiss you every time you get nervous. You're so much work, you know that? I shoved him, not even wanting to hear it. You'll have to get used to having me around. We'll be sharing a bed after all. Shane! I'm just saying. Oh god, that chuckle. Jesus Christ. Oh, they got bad egos? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I doubt I'll ever become quote-unquote big, but I just like to play games, and I just think it's cool that I can meet new people and hang out, and I want to have like a, like a happy, positive, I guess it's people, and before I've used the word community, it seems kind of weird to say that I built a community, quote-unquote, but my goal is to have, a group of people that, that can, have fun and be happy and positive and hang out together and enjoy video games. I mean, why not? I'm just saying, my family's house is tiny and they don't pretend like they don't know what young couples get up to. Shane! Shane grinned yet again at me. I'm just saying. The next day, I would be in England eating dinner with Shane's family, or more likely passed out from jet lag. He insisted that I meet his family before we graduated from the academy. I had no idea why, but I had my hopes. Still, no matter what happened or what adventures we faced, I knew I could do it, because Shane was by my side. Oh my god, I had my hopes!
Asagao Academy, normal boost.
Could you imagine if he just went balls to the wall and, proposed to her, right there in England, and they come back, and the guy's like, hey, guys, what's up? How was your vacation to England? And they're like, no big deal, we're getting married, and the rest of the group would be like, what the fuck? My mind is running away with me. Oh, guys! You're having a Gina appreciation month. You guys are so sweet. Well, I appreciate all of you guys. Now I can whip out another new command that I'm the only one that can do this program. I'm the only one that can use this command with my bot, but this is for you guys. There you go. You sent me a whisper. I don't even know how to read whispers, to be honest. Is this it? Yes. Okay, I got your whisper. I'll read it over once I end the stream. Oh, I love you guys too. You guys are so sweet. Are you kidding me? Oh man, alright, so I'm gonna end this episode for purposes of YouTube, but I'm gonna stick around in the chat and we can continue chatting and hanging out. But thank you guys so much for bothering me on Shane's route. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, so I don't think I'll wind up streaming. And Friday is one of my normal day off streams. Streaming will probably pick up as normal on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna dive into Jacques' route, you guys. Now that we've had the best route in the game and we have all these warm fuzzies, we're going to mentally scar ourselves with Jacques' route. So thank you guys for joining me, and thank you guys for all of your support and all of your love. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my Chu-Chu Club. You guys are the best. And I will see you guys later. I'll stick around in the chat, but I'm going to end the video here. So thank you guys for watching.